Welcome to the Important Questions Podcast, the show that answers life's most important questions. I'm Dave, and I'm joined by the acolytes of knowledge, Smitty, Scott, and Rico.
What's up?
Hey.
How's my gain?
Your gain is solid. Your waveforms look great. Welcome to the show. For those of you who skipped ahead to episode 2, instead of listening to episode 1, odd place to start, but what we do here with this show is we have 4 hosts, and there's 4 questions, and that's the topics of the show, is the 4 questions from the 4 hosts. They're important questions. And
now pause the episode and go back to episode 1. You dumb fuck.
See if we do the same thing in episode 1.
Learn to count, asshole.
It is going to be an odd place to start, because as kind of a general rule of thumb for podcasting, you release a batch of episodes up front. So we will be releasing 3 from the get-go, which means you could either start with 1, start with 3, and work backwards, but somehow there might be some motherfucker here starting with 2. So,
You weirdo.
It's dumb. They're not even that long. Come on.
They're about an hour. You could have started in either direction. But for those of you who stuck around, we got some fantastic questions for you guys. And some of them are sex related. Rico said something about buttholes earlier, so I'm really excited about that. Rico, in fact, I'm so excited about that. I would love for you to start.
All right. I was curious, just kind of randomly thinking the other day, how would life change if all assholes had labias?
What if we got 2 big hemorrhoids?
2 big hemorrhoids.
Yeah, because
that can be my fallback question if this one doesn't turn out.
does the butthole also have a clit?
That's
Just
what my
labias,
wife asked when I
That's
asked about the
internal.
labia.
That's a G spot.
Yeah, just labias, bud.
Just labias, though.
Well,
Are we talking
Oops,
like
all labias?
Are we talking like all shapes and sizes of labias, right? So like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people might be
Clarify.
born with
No shaming here.
Okay.
What is the purpose of the labia, technically?
I just assume that we haven't evolved it off yet. It just hasn't fallen off over time.
No.
Friendliness thing?
You're mistaken Smitty's question. He's asking what's the purpose of a labia?
Like in general?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like why? Like
Oh.
why does it need to be external when there's already so much internal components as it is?
Protection, probably.
Okay, maybe I don't know.
I honestly don't know the actual function of labia.
Yeah, it's got to be it's kind of like chainmail, sort of. I assume. I don't know.
Do you guys want me to
Chainmail of the
look it up?
vagina.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah,
Do
please.
it.
All right. What is the
Put it in the show
purpose of a labia?
This is on your wife's work computer, right?
No, this is on my personal laptop. So first of all, I want you guys to know that is the labia minora.
Oh,
So not just so when referring to labia, please know that's what we're referring to. They are the 2 inner skin folds that surround the opening of the vagina. Their main function is to protect the vagina and urethral openings from mechanical irritation, dryness, and infections.
protection was right.
Why did
I
it
did
say
not think that
inner?
was gonna be
Because
the answer.
I feel like they're outer.
See, my initial thought when I was going to ask this question was the majora, like the lips.
Isn't that a fucking Zelda villain?
Yeah. Yeah. Majora's Mask.
Labia majora?
Lady Majora's Mask.
It's a kid's game, right?
Fuck.
So now that we've answered that, what if they were on buttholes?
Yeah.
It would make wiping your ass a lot more difficult and stupid.
But Scott, it protects from mechanical injuries, so I feel like I would never wipe my ass till it bleeds again.
Do you think
Like-
bidets would become less useful or more useful?
They'd have to have like a sprinkler setting where it kind of like oscillates.
Like an attachment?
Yeah.
Just
To
plop
get in
it
between
on?
the folds and shit.
Yeah.
I
It
feel like
would be harder to clean, certainly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it'd be. Yeah.
Probably a rife for infections?
Yeah,
Is that
right.
what it is?
They help prevent infections, according to Dave, according to Google.
Dr. Google says they prevent infections.
Yeah, but
I would agree.
It changes though when you're talking about shitting out of it, right?
Yes, it does.
I would
It's
assume.
sterile, man.
No.
Poop is not poop
It's
is sterile.
the
As I
same.
said.
Poop's actually good for you.
Yeah,
No, I think bidets would be more popular.
more popular. Okay.
Probably, yeah.
If they had like
Because
the,
you can kind of get in there with like a bidet and then maybe like a little bit of TP afterwards and just kind of wipe around the labia minora sphincter area.
I'd be afraid to get like TP caught in the folds and then you just feel gross.
It might be a
the
good
rest of
use
the
for might be a good use for wet wipes, Smitty.
Wet wipes rock, dude.
Fuck yeah,
would
they
it
do.
still be a camel toe if somebody could see my fucking labia lips from the outside of my pants?
Do you not have an ass anymore? Like
Well, I do, but
like
it'd be
butt
one.
cheeks?
It'd be one inside of the other one, wouldn't it? You could have like double wedgies.
An inner butt.
Ooh. I don't like that.
Do you,
Yeah,
do you
none
think
of
you'd
this
be able
sounds
to?
good.
Your
You
ass
think you'd be able
cheeks.
to feel it?
Your ass cheeks, in that sense,
hope so.
become labia majora because they're just on the outside.
Shut the fuck up.
so
No, do you think you'd be able to feel it? Like if you clench your cheeks, or not even clench, because your butt cheeks are always together. You can't feel your butthole. But if you had two little flaps on the outside of them, I feel like I'd constantly feel like there was just something in my ass.
you'd have to powder it because if it got sweaty, it'd be chafed all the time.
Unless
you
you
get
just wear like
swass,
really,
it'd
really
be
tight
awful.
fitting underwear to keep them together so they're not like rubbing around.
I was
still
thinking,
feel
so
like-
like I bike
like-
a lot, so like the bike seat
Ooh,
would be really uncomfortable.
yeah.
I just think in general, like put a penny, take a penny, put it in your ass crack. Do that for me.
I don't have a penny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you
Only
feel
thing I
it?
got's this butt plug.
Can you?
I feel like you just be constantly aware of this thing in your ass.
Probably, yeah.
You'd probably get used to it after a while, though, right? I have to assume.
Most people can get used to anything, so yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
glad
know,
you
man.
said take a penny and not take a piece of lunch meat and put it in your ass crack.
You can do that though if you want.
I figured you guys might have a coin at your desk. I wasn't so sure about deli meat.
Yeah, keep cold cuts in my second drawer.
Take the bologna out of your drawer, Scott.
This is my
I don't buy
ham drawer.
bologna. It's just ham and turkey, salami.
I've got my deli meats separated by folders in my filing cabinet. Are
Thumbing
there any
through
positives for like your butthole having a labia? You think?
Yeah, it's protected from infections.
and mechanical irritations.
I mean, there's a reason God did not give us labia on our assholes.
I
Because
guess
he's
yeah.
wrong.
Because we
it wouldn't
sinned.
work.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
gave us appendices though. Appendixi. They
Your
don't really
first
do
one
much.
sounded right.
They just like kill you.
That's true.
That's all they do.
They used to.
Yeah, they used to. That's true.
And they still do sometimes.
They just don't fall off externally anymore.
Wait, what?
Just so they
I'm
just don't fall off
I was
like,
just gonna blow past that one.
like he said the labia did.
You molt the labia off?
Oh Jesus.
Do you think
It's
in
a
general
weird
there would
image.
be more or less attraction to buttholes as opposed to as opposed to now? I feel like there'd be more butt lovers or less butt lovers.
I don't think it would change.
I think it'd help bridge the gap a little bit more.
I like.
Do you think
I
there
like
would be
that. I agree
more
with that.
analingus?
I feel like it'd be more interesting, right?
Yeah.
A couple little flaps to play around with.
A little more technique.
Yeah, right.
required.
Like you
Yeah.
have to be more technically skilled.
What would like the term be for that?
It would just be analingus, bro.
Yeah, it wouldn't change.
You don't
No,
call
but I mean, like,
cunnilingus labia.
You're taking
labia. Labia?
your significant other to bed or whatever, and it's one thing if they're talking about like you touching their pussy or whatever. Like they're not going to say vagina or don't lick my labia. They say pussy in general. Would they just say butthole? But
Yeah.
means
Yeah.
okay. I guess it makes sense.
Lick
Lick
my
my butt
butthole's
flaps.
labia.
Look at my butthole labia.
Ass
mean, think of-
curtains.
You know, think about that from the POV of your dick, Scott.
What about it?
Would you ask for specific areas of suck?
You don't. Get just
Only the
head.
frenulum, babe.
Oh, I was thinking just regions, but if you're going to use anatomical terms, then no.
You want to suck my gland's penis?
I want your tongue around my vast deferens.
Please apply suction to my testicles. I don't know. It's
Suction.
if I woke up one day and something felt weird back there, and then I got a mirror and spread my ass, and then there's a cuttlefish face down there, I'd be upset.
I feel like it would just.
I would consider
Hey,
that a
Doc,
major
I'm
anatomical
upset.
change.
My initial reaction would just be like, I have two enormous skin tags that formed on my asshole.
Right?
Yeah.
Doc, I got a major
So this-
hemorrhoid problem.
This is like if somebody were to get like a genie's bottle and make a wish that everyone on the planet now had labia minoris on their asshole. So like one day you just woke up with it.
I don't want to know what the other two things that person's wishing for.
That would force so many people who do not want to talk about buttholes to talk about buttholes.
Oh, it would make national news for sure.
Yeah, how long do you think that'd be in the headlines for? People still waking
Pretty
up with
long,
lips
I'd
around
say.
buttholes.
Or would it just be something we just don't talk about? Like it's very hush hush. Like there's no chance somebody else has this weird affliction, right?
Did you wake up with lips around your butthole?
There'd be no way because people go to the doctor and they would find out with like the confidentiality between patient and doctor. I think there's got to be a curve there though, right? If everyone wakes up with butthole labia, we're going to know about it.
Oh, there'd be a study or something. Yeah.
If like 50% of people woke up with butthole labia, do you think that'd be a little bit more private?
It would be if it was randomized. If it wasn't just like 50 males woke up today with labia around their buttholes. If it was just random people, you're like, what the fuck, man?
I think it'd become like a new social issue that people can be racist about.
Probably.
Racist against people who have or do not have labia around their buttholes.
Yeah, the two races.
With and without labia.
With
around
and
their
without
butthole.
butthole labias.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Weird new
definitely some sort of
evolutionary
prejudice, but
Yeah.
That
kind of happy with my butthole the way it is, Rico.
That comparison would be so odd. You'd have like one guy like playing sports. He's like, "Oh, my butthole's hurt because of mechanical injury," and one guy would be like, "Stupid."
Oh, that damn mechanical irritation on my asshole. If only there were some other skin flaps there that could, protect it.
Didn't powder up, bro.
You got a massive butthole infection. We recommend lip transplant right now.
Rico, how you feeling there, bud? You satisfied, Rico?
Oh, I'm satisfied.
Did we answer your question sufficiently about butthole lips?
I believe you did.
All right.
And
I'm gonna take the next question because we're going from sexy body parts to my question, which is also about sex. So good segue. I appreciate that, Rico. You set me up.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right. So I want to take everyone listening here. We're recording this episode on January 19th, 2023. This episode will be released sometime in the future. I don't know when that is yet. But I want everyone listening to travel with me back in time to sometime around January 15th or so. Did you guys hear this whole fucking thing about M&Ms and people freaking out over it?
Hell yeah.
No, you gotta. I don't remember what it was.
They're women now.
I heard people complaining, but I don't know the context.
So 7-Eleven, this is the part that I do know as a fact, and then there's a part where I don't know where it goes off the rails. But what I do know as a fact is 7-Eleven was releasing a package of M&Ms which featured only the female M&M characters on the package. Maybe there was some sort of charity if you bought the bag of M&Ms. Not sure what it was, but they actually introduced a new purple M&M, which is also a female. So you had the purple, the brown, and the green M&Ms that are on the packaging.
Okay, so what?
Exactly. So fucking what? I mean,
are
again,
people mad about this?
yes.
There were also
That's fucking
there was either a commercial or an image where two of them were holding hands, suggesting that they may be lesbian. Which
So that's
now
my
would
next that's my next point, Rico. So I didn't know that part. I knew was true. I didn't know if the lesbian thing was actually verified or if they were just hinting at it or what exactly happened.
Check
But
the
yeah,
M&M
go.
lore wiki.
So I just Googled
Deep lore.
the like 7-Eleven M&M thing to see if it would bring anything up. And this is an ad from Target, which you folks at home can't see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the 3 female M&Ms, the purple one that you're talking about, no hand holding or anything. And the packaging talks about supporting women flipping the status quo.
And they were upside down on the packaging.
Yes,
That
because
was
it's
another
about
aspect.
flipping.
Because it's flipping the status quo.
Yep.
Wow,
but
that's funny. That's a
regardless,
hilarious
that's
joke.
women on M&Ms is not my question. It goes to the next point, which Rico, I don't know if this is verified or not, but somewhere along the lines, someone started thinking that 2 of the M&M characters were lesbians. So it got me to thinking. You imagine if you like came home, brought open a bag of M&Ms, ripped it open, you start dumping a few out into your hand, and one of the M&Ms is performing cunnilingus on one of the other M&Ms. It's like, that's fucking stupid. Like applying any sort of sexuality to inanimate objects. So it got me to thinking, what if everything, inanimate or not, was just fucking and sexually attracted to each other? So
like a
you're at my house,
beauty.
right? Sorry, Scott. You're at my house, right? You come into my living room. I have 2 couches. Are those couches sexually attracted to each other? If they had pussies, like if I came home and they were licking each other's pussies all the time. So that's my question. What if everything inanimate was fucking each other?
If you remove couch cushions, are the cushions themselves different objects with sentience?
Is it clothing?
Or is it part of the couch?
Is this set in like fucking Beauty and the Beast universe where everything's got a face and was a person? Because that one had some moments where it's like, part of me wants to fuck that feather duster, and
You know that candle's getting down.
And I'm a 9-year-old child. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I would have loved to grab a screen grab of Smitty's
like
face
that.
just then.
Not a fan of that at all.
Contextually, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I was 9 when I first saw it, and it's like, why are you drawing
Oh, we know.
this? Yeah, fuck you.
Smitty, I feel like both would be true. So the couch fucks the one couch, but if you separate the cushions out and they become their own entity, then yes, they're sentient on their own, and they
it's an
become
orgy.
sexually attracted to other couch cushions.
But if you put them back on the couch, are they just melded back to the couch?
They become part of the couch as the whole, yes.
Can the cushions, when they're separated, be attracted to anything other than a couch cushion?
I mean, that's disgusting. We could have lesbian M&Ms that are attracted to other M&Ms, but we can't have fucking inanimate objects fucking.
You can't have a blender and
So
a
there's-
doorknob have sex.
Different species
Come on,
is what
idiot.
you're saying.
Or just like you open the fridge and you have like 2 things of string cheese and they're just like laying pipe into each other.
That was the fucking plot of
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party.
Ah.
That movie sucked ass. I hated that movie so much.
So okay,
question,
so
Dave.
remove
Fuck
food
Seth
out of the
Rogen.
equation then, I guess, because fuck sausage party.
Yeah, fuck Sausage Party. Okay, so like if
What's,
you have
hold up. What's your question, Rico?
Oh, I just said, good question, Dave.
Oh, I thought you said question, Dave.
No.
All right, well, fuck you.
so okay. So if you got a car, right?
Uh-huh.
And you just start so a car is a very complicated object.
It is.
If you remove parts from that object, from the car, all those objects become sentient on their own.
Like
Correct.
if somebody steals your carburetor, that carburetor is going to be attracted to other carburetors now.
Correct. Like your
Right.
catalytic converter that gets stolen is now wanting to bang other catalytic converters.
Until it's installed back in a car, and then it just becomes a car.
Then it dies and
That's
just
correct.
gets melded to
Well, actually, I don't
loses
know, because
sentience.
if you have a package of M&Ms, they didn't insinuate that the package itself was sentient and a lesbian. They only insinuated that the M&Ms within. So that's so maybe it would be each individual part.
Why the fuck are people mad about that in the first place?
I don't know. This world fucking
Like
rules,
who gives
man.
a shit?
Yeah,
Free love.
yeah.
That's like fucking people getting mad about
fucking world.
Mr. Potato Head. Like who gives a shit?
Wait, why did people get mad
Mr.
about Mr. Potato Head?
Yeah, because he was
think-
fucking.
Mr. Potato Head knows
Yeah,
what
but
sex
Mr.
is.
Every
Potato Head
time
from
I
knows
turn
schools.
around, he's laying pipe to Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know, that was my awakening, bro. You ever see Mr. Potato Head and I was 9 years old?
So that big flap on the back.
You wanted to fuck it?
Yeah.
He needs the labia flap for his butthole. Oh, that's awesome.
And then, like, to the point of a world where there are sentient, inanimate objects fucking, like, are they reproducing as well? Obviously
Yeah,
not
like
the
that-
lesbians
no.
unless they
Do you-
adopt. But
So they only have sex for pleasure, which is sinful in the eyes of God.
But do you come home and you see baby couches all over your house?
exactly.
Who
They're
the fuck's
fucking
throwing their
assuming-
golf
assuming-
furniture
egg
over
sack.
here?
A couch
assuming
births an
assuming
egg
I
sack,
did
and then
get
a bunch of little ottomans come out.
ottomans.
I like to think this is like a Toy Story scenario where you leave the house and the second later the couches are fucking on top of each other.
I don't know, man, because they film the M&Ms knowingly. So I mean, I assume inanimate objects in this world are fucking knowing that people are aware of their existence.
So, hold on. They don't have the same genitalia as humans, though.
No, they have couch genitalia.
Well, no, the M&Ms. Because
No,
they have
okay, so
humanoid
yeah, they have-
aspects to them, but like, do they have like pussies and dicks and shit?
Eminussi, Smitty.
So dumb.
Who need the enunciate?
Melts in your mouth, but not in your hands.
Hell yeah, dude. So you could with that phrase in mind, you could finger an Eminussi and it wouldn't melt. But when you go down on it, it would start to melt.
I guess
What
so.
about an M and Bussy?
Wait, are they gonna be human sized? Because an M&M's still the size of an M&M. If you try and go down on it, you might as well just eat the M&M.
So it's
I
like a
assume it'd
bag
be
of
a
rice,
portion,
like
right?
the world's biggest orgy.
Like, that's super fucked up. If you just buy an M&M, pop one in your fingers, and just go, oh, until it melts. Like, who the fuck
Relax,
does that?
babe. It's sentient.
Also,
just
the,
eating this
the
M&M
body of the
real
M&M
quick.
is being destroyed. Do they have pain receptors?
Where does it go from, oh, yeah, to, holy fuck?
It's a very fine line, Scott.
It is a very fine line. I've been hitting the booze a little bit hard.
So yes, Smitty, I think to your point, yes, everything would have genitalia relative to the object itself.
Okay. Would it go down to like atoms and quarks?
Are those?
Like the tiniest fucking
Things.
subatomic
It's
particles?
Sentient items fucking all the way down.
No, it's only goes down to the size of M&Ms.
Oh, okay.
So like a ladybug isn't. Oh, that's animate.
Yeah, that's fucking
Pick
idiot.
something not living, dude.
Stupid.
You want to think of another object there, Rico?
So embarrassed. I can't think of anything small.
Look around your room quick.
Oh shit!
Yeah, look for something really small, quick.
Or
I got nothing, man.
I think of like televisions, right?
Son of a bitch.
I have a TV upstairs and a TV downstairs,
M&Ms are the smallest thing.
and they're bigger than M&Ms, so they count. If I were to wall mount the two, do you think they'd be like struggling trying to get off the wall because they're so
Wall mount.
sexually attracted to each other? While the wall mounts themselves are also trying to fuck the other wall mounts.
It's
Oh fucking A.
We're just like recording this podcast. Rico, I see there's a bookshelf behind you. All of them are fucking while we're trying to record this show.
I'm
That's
down
just
with
a
that.
train. That's just a fuck
And-
train.
That would be a fuck train.
Camcorder. Camcorder. Fucking
Camcorder.
webcam. Jesus. What
The
is
books
wrong
aren't
with you?
moving though, so like they're just soaking in a row.
They're thrusting slowly, slower than we can see.
Micro vibrations.
so is your house safe if you only buy one like kind of furniture? Like instead of buying two couches, if you just bought one sectional, does that count, or is that like three of them sewn together?
If you separate them out, yeah.
Yeah, right. As long as they're part of one sectional, then that's fine. But the moment you separate it to move it into a different sectional, so like you want to put the L shape on the right side instead of the left, instantly those two sections are horny for each other.
Holy shit! What about all the silverware sitting in your drawer on top of each other all the time?
I couldn't fucking sleep. Just clanking
Just
constantly.
metal clanking all night.
What a wind chime.
Or that jar of change you got sitting in
pots
the
and pans.
Jar of change.
corner of the
Pots and
bedroom.
pans.
I'm
Does
trying
your
to
house
fucking
fuck other houses?
yeah. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
If you buy a condo, is that basically just group sex 24/7?
You
Yeah.
have a
Apartment
duplex.
complex.
A duplex is like, that's soaking too, I guess. Well, no, it's one big building. It's fine.
I mean, some things that come in pairs, I feel like would always be good, right? So you'd never lose a sock because your sock is always with its other pair having sex with it.
The other one's just weeping, trying to find his mate that's been stuck in the dryer for 2 weeks.
Do people listen to this podcast and think that we've ever had sex?
Do people listen to this podcast?
Well, we're animate, so
Yeah, we're animate. We're
not
fucking
possible.
constantly.
We know what sex is, and we fuck.
We had to Google what labia was.
Maybe Dave did.
hey, I knew that it was
I could go a little
like
further
a
if you want.
chainmail.
Yeah.
Called it.
You want me to Google anything else while we're here, Scott?
No, buddy, I'm good.
What is the purpose of pussy?
Google world's biggest boobs.
Do it.
Well,
Make
no,
it
there's
show
a-
art.
no,
Make
there's
it
a thought.
artwork.
Should we include the fake ones in that Google search, Smitty, or should I include the word
Just
naturals?
put world's biggest boobs.
What if you
Put 'em in the
just
show
put world's
notes.
biggest naturals?
World's biggest huge naturals.
Is one boob trying to fuck the other boob?
They're attached to a woman, so no.
Yeah.
But
They're
they
sentient on
themselves
their
are
own.
not.
Loud.
They're
They're not
attached. Doesn't
sentient on
matter.
their own.
If you like nailed down everything in your house, would that
Well,
just
then the
become
nails will
part of
try
the
to fuck
house?
each other too.
No. The nails are attached to stuff though. If everything's attached to the inside of the house, nothing would be sentient except the house, correct?
Right. That's what I was thinking about the couches. Couches can't fuck because they're part of the house.
So like if you tape all your silverware to the walls or the floor would be a smarter idea, so you don't have to worry about it falling down. But if you taped all your silverware to the floor, not the walls, and
You wouldn't need
nailed
to
all
tape
your
it to the
furniture to the floor, and what else is free floating in the house?
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much that. All your glue your plates to the floor too,
I would have to fucking nail my pillows to the mattress.
and then nail the mattress to the bed frame, and then the entire.
Well, no, because I only have one mattress, so it would be alone.
Yeah, but it'd still be sentient. You got to kill that sentient.
Didn't think about that, idiot.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So we're killing
Nature's
everything in our
chastity
house.
belt, nailing
So
shit
then-
to the
Well, yeah,
walls.
that's true because in the world of M&Ms, I guess there's nothing saying that the M&Ms can't be dead. So maybe we just have to put a bullet into everything when we buy it,
Okay, so
including
what if
the
you got
bullets.
Let me shoot
The bag
each
of M&Ms. You took the bag of M&Ms, you poured it into a bowl, you put that bowl in the microwave, you melted all the M&Ms into a big pool
That's much
of
easier.
chocolate. That's
Okay.
one sentient object, correct? So does it have all of the smarts and brains of like 6,000 M&Ms? Like, so if you took a
legally.
couch and like cut it in half until it's like two pieces, are those two pieces half as smart as an entire couch?
I don't know, bud.
Crack the code, man.
If you melted M&Ms
Busted this
down,
thing wide open.
does the bowl of melted chocolate become sentient? And then if you like put little dots of it on a tray and froze them, will those become sentient again as like almost reformed M&Ms?
Well, let's think about this. Like, maybe M&Ms are really fucking stupid, but if you had like 6,000 of them, that's probably enough brain power to like figure out like
6,000
basic
really
math.
stupid individuals.
Yeah, but then if you cram them all together,
Canonically, Smitty, only the yellow M&M is stupid. The other ones are actually pretty smart.
if you took that yellow M&M and removed the peanut from inside him, that peanut is technically sentient then.
Well, that's true. They had to take that
That's right.
peanut and put it inside of him.
So, like, if
peanut
I
also
removed
came
an
out of a
organ
shell
from
with
myself,
another
that
peanut.
organ would not be sentient. So then, therefore, or it'd be an inanimate object because it's not part of me. Like, if I just cut stuff off my body except the brain, like, it'd be okay. And then
But
that
it does
stuff would gain
consist of
your
living
dick off.
cells.
Your dick could have sex with other dicks.
Or just dock.
Yeah, dude.
No, they have their own genitalia.
That's true.
My
Their
dick's got
own
dicks.
genitalia relative to the object itself.
Yeah.
Would
right.
the dick's balls be its dick?
Are you satisfied?
What if the dick's balls had labias?
The balls had labias?
Yeah.
So you know how men and women's genitalia, right? The male and female genitalia, at a certain point in your development as a fetus, you either get a vagina or a penis, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and at a
Most
certain
cases,
point,
yeah.
at a certain point in development, everyone's pretty much got the same fucking thing, which is why we came down to a conclusion a while ago that clits are just really tiny dicks.
Yeah.
Right. So we're all following each other so far. Where the fuck am I
100%.
going with this? Okay, now I remember. Now I remember.
All right. Don't hurt yourself, Dave.
I mean, wouldn't
very
technically would the tip of our dicks, like, there's a little tiny piece of, like, kind of loose flap on the top of the dick, right?
Are you saying that's a labia?
I hear you.
I'm saying, like, is that the labia that disappears if we
Holy
develop
fucking
penises?
shit. I think you might be right.
Maybe.
Well, I'm glad
We
that
need to write a scientific paper
I'm
about
glad the
this.
systems worked out the way it did, because if I had giant fucking curtains on the end of my dick, it would be so inconvenient when you had to take a piss.
Wait, like over the urethra?
Yeah, it would just sit
Yeah,
there and go
dude.
like when you're
The
trying.
day would still be really effective, though.
That's true.
I feel like you just have to. I mean, you just have to, like, hold the flaps open, wouldn't you?
No.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure you just hold the flaps.
Standing at a urinal, got to shove both hands down there to get your flaps.
So
be
would
normalized at that point,
Would the
though.
Earth be
That's true.
alive with sentience?
The Earth fucks other planets.
Other planets.
Crashes into the moon.
Which, wait, we're part of the Earth, right? So we can't have sex.
No.
The houses can't have sex because they're just part of the Earth.
Oh, that's true. They wouldn't be sentient. They'd be attached to
Yeah.
the Earth.
No,
Mobile
other way
homes
around,
wouldn't, though.
Other way around, man. Other way around.
That's the only outlier.
And tree houses too. No, tree houses are attached to the trees. So. Airplanes.
And the
could
trees
fly.
are alive. Oh, actually, the trees are alive, but the moment you separate wood out, it's no longer alive. So, like, a wooden plank would want to fuck other wooden planks.
Okay, so if you took a tree and cut off a limb of a tree, that tree limb is dead, but then therefore, since it's inanimate, it becomes animate with a sentience.
That's correct.
Did this question go where you thought it was going to go, Dave?
Pretty much.
Yeah, buddy. That's why your couches want to fuck each other.
Yeah.
And I was 9.
Boys, I'm so incredibly fucking satisfied. Scott Smitty, duke it out.
Smitty, it's up to you, man. I'll let you choose. I'll go next. I'll go last. I don't care.
I'll go next. Why not? I'll take third spot. My question this evening is what Midwest cuisine, which we're all from the Midwest, from Illinois, what Midwest cuisine would offend the sensibilities of either Europeans or like upper class freaking bitches on the East Coast or the West Coast? Anybody not Midwestern?
Can you give some examples of Midwestern cuisine?
Horseshoe sandwich?
Yeah,
Horseshoe
horseshoes
sandwich, yeah. Or anything
definitely
like
has
smothered
mine.
in cheese and ranch. We use a shit ton of butter. We make
Yeah.
potato casseroles and shit. I mean, I had like potato gnocchi with cheese and bacon on it.
Fuck yeah.
It was
Ooh,
bussin',
man, the
but, like,
Italians they'd be so
Italians
pissed.
would probably get mad. The French would probably get mad. I don't know.
All of
My
them.
mind immediately
Wisconsin has like
goes
beer
to,
cheese soup.
I mean, that's beer cheese soup is fucking delicious.
Yeah, but like it is not upper class.
Who the
And
fuck cares?
Europeans would like think we're fucking stupid and gross for eating it.
Europeans are stupid and gross.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. Let's not like
They
mince
eat
words
fucking
here. They
blood
suck.
sausage and fucking eel pies and shit. Assholes.
Yeah.
Do Italians, would they detest like a Chicago style deep dish? Or is that
Most people
something-
outside of Chicago detest the Chicago style deep dish, dude.
That's true.
That's 'cause they're wrong.
Yeah.
Also,
They are wrong.
I'm not the biggest fan.
You're
Well,
wrong.
also people outside of
Wrong.
Chicago think that's literally all Chicagoans eat is
Dude.
just that thick ass deep dish pizza.
Nope, Chicago.
They forget about
thin
pub style
crust
pizza. Yeah.
is the
Exactly.
fucking best.
Fucking assholes.
Like I know Jon Stewart had his fucking stupid ass rant about Chicago pizza. Oh, it's a casserole, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, we understand. We don't eat that shit for every meal.
Smitty, my mind immediately went to, and this is probably not just a Midwest thing. This is probably all over the U.S. in areas that are generally poor. The bologna where each individual slice has like red plastic around it, and you just slather a couple pieces of that on white bread with some mayo,
Or
one
mustard,
slice of
yellow
American
mustard.
cheese, and the cheese just kind of like forms with the bread and just becomes one thing.
Sticks to the roof of your mouth for.
Oh,
forever.
dude,
Well,
it's
it's
so
the
fucking
white.
good.
It's like the white off-brand Wonder Bread, right? Like it's the stuff that like you press into it and it leaves like the little divots from your fingers. There's no spring
damn
to
right,
it.
dude. Damn
That's
right.
the good shit, dude.
I say I've got Wonder Bread in my fridge right now. I fucking love it.
Did we all kind of grew up in kind of the same like financial bracket? So
I would say so.
I don't know.
Yeah, but my parents loved me and didn't buy me the bologna with the little thing on the border still.
we didn't.
Well, I mean,
we
they
couldn't
they
afford
took it
that,
off.
So.
Yeah,
Had to
asshole.
fucking
They
peel
didn't
my
just
own
like give it to me. Have me eat fucking paper outlined bologna.
Well, I was.
Although
just thinking
I
they
did
made you
have
peel
to
it
I did have to
yourself.
learn that the hard way, Scott.
Not
I
to
do
eat the
remember
plastic?
eating. Yeah, I do remember. Is it paper or plastic that's around
I think
that
it's
shit?
plastic.
Is it?
Yeah, it's plastic.
It's been so long since I've had it. But yeah, I do remember definitely thinking it was edible when I was a kid, and just like going in, grabbing a piece, and going to town on it.
I remember seeing some like at the grocery store, and I remember asking like, "Why the hell is that one red on the outside?" And they told me why. I never bought it, so it was cool.
I'm trying to figure out right now if I've ever not taken that off the bologna.
Full with macroplastics.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking salami. Am I thinking salami? Bologna?
Salami sometimes has a casing, but that's totally edible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Never mind. I don't think I know what you guys are talking about with the bologna thing.
It's like neon red.
Yeah, it's
so
like bright
imagine
red.
imagine the color of my Coke Zero can here that you all can
Very
see,
red, yeah.
but no one at home can. That wrapped around each individual piece of bologna on the perimeter of the slice.
I mean, the
Oh,
whole
I
sausage was
see,
probably just
okay.
like plastic wrapped for like
Yeah.
storage, and then they just sliced
Right.
it in a machine, right?
Right.
I don't think I've eaten bologna in probably like 10 years.
That's lazy as fuck. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Why would they individually wrap each fucking slice?
Well, no, I'm just saying in general. Why is that only for bologna? Like I've seen deli meat, ham, and turkey, and everything else that's at the fucking store. It comes in plastic, but no one in their right minds would slice it, leave the plastic on, and then package it again. Why the fuck did they do that with bologna?
Because that's the easiest one to wrap and cut like that. That's the only one that's mashed out of God knows how many kinds of meat, not like ham.
I was
that
gonna
you
say
have to-
it is
They
like
reform all that
literally
shit.
meat mash
Yeah.
and put into it, like extruded into a mold.
yeah.
They do that with all sorts of shit, though. Like
Hot
the
dogs,
Oscar
yeah.
Mayer ham, dude. There's no way it comes in just like a fucking cube.
Can you imagine if you had to peel hot dogs every time you fucking bought them?
Oh god.
Right.
Individually wrapped hot dogs.
At that
I
point,
think like Europeans would be upset just by American cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm
like
upset by
globalization
American cheese.
means that like most Europeans can get fucking a lot of this stuff. So whatever. I don't know. It's like not cheese though. It's like a cheese product.
I think the insulting
Yeah, and-
thing is like when you go to like a like a Burger King or McDonald's and you order a sandwich and it's like half melted but totally not in the right position, like half hanging off. Like
They
that shit's
missed.
fucking insulting. Yeah. It just
For what it's
looks
worth,
like-
though, like American cheese is the best cheese for burgers and shit. 'Cause
Exactly.
It melts the best without cracking.
Exactly.
Doesn't
I'm
get
a,
like weirdly
I'm a
greasy
Swiss
either.
fan. Any
Aw, dude, but
opportunity.
I'm telling you, man, you
Swiss.
make like some really thin, crispy smash burgers. There ain't nothing better than a slice of that processed cheese crap.
Bro, smash burgers are
Hell
the way
yeah.
to fucking go. Get those crispy edges.
Real
Oh my
talk.
God,
caramelized.
so fucking
Do you
good.
ever get?
Everything.
You guys ever
Awesome.
eat at a smash burger?
Yeah, it's not that good.
They have a burger called it's like a smoked brisket barbecue burger. Hands down the best fast food sandwich I've ever had in my life ever. No contest.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
I can't think of what my favorite is.
I'm trying to think of like other Midwestern cuisine. Like we eat a lot of fucking like casseroles.
And
Lots of
Smitty,
casseroles.
weird.
You get like
fried
canned
stuff.
soup and you mix it with like crackers and shit.
Canned condensed soup that you have to add water to.
Yeah.
Is cream cheese
stupid.
like a Midwestern, or is that just like American?
I think it's more like an American thing.
Okay.
Is it though?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Like
I
putting it in
guess so.
everything, I think is like an American thing. Yeah.
You mean it's
you guys
not
ever had
naturally
pickle
in
pops?
sushi?
Nope.
Yes.
what you're
Pickle
talking about,
pops
though.
fucking
No.
slap, dude.
Oh,
I fucking
dude, they
love those.
rock. Okay, so for those who don't know, pickle pops are you take a good sized, like a normal sized dill pickle, like not pre-sliced, but like a whole one, and you slather it in cream cheese, and then you wrap it in like salami or potted meat. And,
we would always
then
do
you
a-
slice it, and it's so like savory. It's like a poverty hors d'oeuvre, but it's so fucking
It's,
good.
it's pretty great. I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
We would always use ham for that.
Ham's good. Ham's probably the funniest deli meat.
The funniest?
Yeah. Like salami's kind of funny. Bologna's pretty funny. Ham makes me laugh every time.
Why?
I don't know. Pigs are funny.
The turkey is so
Okay.
silly.
I can't expand upon that. I just think ham is funny.
Um,
Ham's a good punchline.
Smitty, I want to really quick come back to burgers just for a second. I know you told us recently about your trip to Steak and Shake. Do you have anything
my
that you'd like to
God.
rant?
Holy shit. Okay, so my wife and I went to Steak and Shake. We were gonna go to somewhere else. I don't remember. We were gonna go to Denny's, but we missed the turn. And then when we got there, it was like fucking crowded. So we're like,
I know
fuck,
the
we'll go to
one you're
Steak and Shake.
talking about.
Yeah. The one that's like right off the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been there. It's fine. But the Steak and Shake, which is like, I don't know, within spitting distance of that Denny's, we went there. And I don't think we've been to a Steak and Shake probably in like at least before the pandemic. And we got there and there's no wait staff anymore. It's all like the touchscreen little terminals. And you pay for everything there. You can like select the items and whatnot, which is great. Whatever. You could just slide your card in. But there were literally only 2 staff members and they were both cooks in the back. So like you put your order in, then you go sit down and then they like call your name. That place had such bad vibes. Like there was some lady who kept getting up because the cooks kept making her burger wrong. And I swear to God, it was just she put the order in wrong. But she got up like 4 times. And then she went to somebody else's table and was like complaining like, well, these fucking assholes can't make a burger. It's like, motherfucker, you
Oh,
like,
that's just
you're old as
Jeez.
shit. Like you probably fucked it up.
I
But, like-
fucking hate that, dude.
But like there's no wait staff anymore because like I don't expect like I'm not expecting like a big deal with like wait staff, but it's very like alarming when you go in and then so much is automated. It was not what I expected because they got like the soda fountain there too where you like fill your own soda, which is fine. Like my expectations were just completely in the wrong area, I guess.
Yeah, that seems kind of surprising to me because I haven't really been to a place where I feel like automation's completely taken over aside from a Walmart recently. But like when you go to McDonald's, you can still walk up to the counter and there's still a person there that's going to take your order.
Right.
just
And
weird
like
to
even
think
if they have the
there's
touch
nothing.
screens, like
Yeah.
sometimes the touch screens are just for like people who are like getting takeout or getting it quick or whatever.
Right.
But it blew my mind that like so it probably started with like nobody wanted to fucking wait tables at Steak and Shake while coronavirus was raging. And so they're like, all right, fuck it, we'll just automate that shit, which I get it. If companies are gonna do it, they're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doesn't matter what they're paying people. They'll just work it out in the end. But I don't know. They just fucked up. Like, those jobs are now gone forever because they've been automated out. So now nobody's ever going to wait tables at Steak and Shake again.
I went to the Walmart in the same town, and like, you know how you go in like most stores or Walmarts or whatever, it's like one or two small sections of self checkout, and then you still have the normal aisles open.
Yeah.
The Walmart there is like probably 90% self checkout now. It honestly is pretty fucking depressing. Like, it looked like I don't know. It was so open and uninviting. It was weird.
And like, for what it's worth, like, I always do self checkout even if there's like people there because I don't want to talk to people.
Because fuck Walmart.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. It's just like, it fucks me up because like, those are jobs are gone. I don't know. It's something about it just gives me like a little dark spot in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys always do self-checkout even if you're doing like a full grocery run for the week?
Typically.
Not a full grocery run, but like if I got like 15 items, I'll go to the fucking self-checkout.
Oh, okay. Smitty, we're on the same page there. Scott, with Walmart especially, I don't know what it is. Their self-checkout pisses me off more than any other place in existence.
Really? Theirs is the one I'm happiest with.
Maybe it's just the luck of the draw for me, but it seems like any single time there's the stereotypical unexpected item in bagging area, or you put something in your bag and then there's no more room, so you have to remove the bag so you could put it back into your cart, and then the fucking screen freaks out on you because you removed the bag.
And then you gotta wait for a team member to come over and like put their code in.
I've never had that happen at Walmart.
And for me, it only happens at Walmart.
However, every time I go to Safeway or Jewel or whatever, every fucking time I'm shopping, it comes up with some kind of error.
Yeah, and see, those places are fine for me. That's weird as hell.
And
getting back to the food thing, like, I just remember that like Florida and like the South have boiled peanuts, or like peanuts and Coca-Cola.
What?
Like,
what?
You've never heard of that?
I've heard of it, and I've never tried it, and I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, people take like salted peanuts, like the shelled ones, or like the pre-shelled ones. Not they still have the shell on them, but like they'll take salted peanuts and they'll put them in like their bottle of Coke, and I guess it's good. I don't know. I've never done it.
Sounds weird.
I'll try anything once.
Yeah,
like the boiled peanuts. So you can buy like a can of boiled peanuts, like you have to use a can opener to open it, or it's got a pull tab on top, and it's just like water with, fucking peanuts with the shell on them, been boiled in there.
So does it just soften the shell?
I guess. I don't know. It's just it's a southern thing. I don't know.
That's weird.
I'm from the Midwest, but
one of my previous bosses at my old job was a lady from one of the Carolinas. Doesn't matter which; they're both deeply southern. And she was the only person I knew who would order a glass of milk with ice.
Ew! What the fuck?
Heard of that before?
That's
you've heard of that, Rico?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was the weirdest fucking thing. You're gonna water down your goddamn milk.
You start with a glass of whole milk, you end up with skim by the end of the meal.
Yeah, right.
That's fucked up.
Very weird.
That's wrong. That lady should be in prison.
Yeah,
Midwest
I agree.
Cuisine just has like tons of cheese and like cream sauces.
Rightly
and
so.
Shit. Yeah, like I doubt Europeans eat as much cheese as we do. Maybe the French, but it's much higher quality cheese.
I would like to highly recommend this subreddit to you boys, and also anyone listening at home. r/stupid food.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
It's pretty much there seems to be a trend with TikTok, and I'm not on TikTok, but there seems to be a trend where people just make the most obnoxious food on purpose. So they'll make just like a giant meat patty, they'll wrap it in bacon, and maybe this was like Epic Mealtime birthed all this kind of shit. They'll wrap it in bacon, they'll deep fry the whole thing, and then they'll just cover it with pounds and pounds of oozing cheese. Yeah. And you never see them actually eat the thing. There's never a tasting video or anything. You know they're just making it for views and then throwing it the fuck away.
Or like they get like rage views because people will watch like TikTokers. They'll take like a granite countertop in their kitchen and they'll just dump shit on it, and it's like, oh, it's party nachos,
That
and they'll
fucking
just
pisses me
God,
off
I hate
so
that so
much.
much,
Like,
dude.
So much.
shitloads of like tortilla chips, and then like melted nacho cheese, and then like tons of like tomato, like all this shit just naked on a fucking countertop.
Yeah.
Or like
It's
they'll put some fucking
unsanitary.
newspaper down.
I've never heard of this before, and I'm very not happy about
It's
it.
so stupid.
It's so aggravating because it's like the nicest looking fucking kitchen you've ever seen, and they're like, let's throw, like you said, like a line of chips and a line of black olives and then some like canned cheese. And they're like, okay, everybody, come and make your.
I saw
fucking
one. It was a
plate."
peanut butter and jelly bar.
Yes,
And they just dumped like different types of peanut butter, different types of jellies, and then they had like a stack of bread. And it's like that's
The
not only the
actual
laziest
fuck,
fucking
man.
thing, but like it's rage engagement.
somebody.
But
should
also
make-
like some of it is like fetish content too.
yeah,
Because it'll always be like a fairly attractive woman like getting her fingers and shit inside like the gooey condiments.
It
like,
is
dudes
always an
jerk into
attractive
that.
woman, isn't it?
they should
Yep.
make one.
Oh,
that's
shit.
just a dude cracking an egg over a countertop like 30 times.
My egg bar. Just
Oh my
raw
God,
eggs,
that
get
is-
a spoon.
A bunch of
That is a
attractive
fetish,
people
isn't
come
it?
in and start trying to cram it in their mouth.
The one that enraged me was it was a table. She put newspaper on the table, so I guess good for her. I guess
It almost seems worse.
maybe it's worse because the ink will soak in.
And the,
Yeah, like
you'd be
you can't
"Oh, I
eat
just
that shit.
got a
She
piece of
threw,
paper on my tongue."
She threw unsauced cooked spaghetti on the
No.
table, and then just like started pouring jars of sauce over the spaghetti that was sitting on the
Fuck
table,
off.
while her two kids were
God
also
damn it.
sitting at the table looking ever confused as fuck.
It's fucked up.
Those kids are going to be fucked up for the rest of their lives.
Mom always does the weirdest shit when she's got her phone out.
Mm-hmm.
Were the kids just sitting there just for extra clout?
100%,
Yeah.
no doubt.
I saw a lady. This was one of those ladies who I think was doing fetish content. She had a toilet, and I swear to God, it was probably new, but I have no idea to know. She
What'd she do to that
filled
toilet?
like the tank
Yes.
with gummy worms and like fucking
What?
It was-
a bunch of like
Like ice cream
7-Up
sundae
and
stuff.
yeah, and like sherbet and fucking like high C and Hawaiian
Yeah.
punch, and then she
Was she-
flushed
was
it,
she trying
and
to
then
make-
it came into the bowl.
Yeah.
Was she
And
trying
she's like,
to like?
you could just serve it for a party. It's like, no, motherfucker, you fucking can't. That's a goddamn toilet. You piss in there. Stupid bitch.
Yeah,
be
but
so
bro,
funny
I
if some of this
Cloroxed
shit in
it.
the fucking cocktail bowl.
What the fuck are you doing? Like, come on.
gotta
Come
go
the
drop
fuck
a
on.
deuce.
Somebody spiked the toilet.
No, don't shit in there, dude. That's our party bowl. You drink from that.
That's our punch.
Too late.
Yeah, you
Well,
gotta
like
get down.
you get all that food out
hands
on the
and knees like a
counter.
dog.
Like if nobody's wearing a hairnet,
Lap
like
that
you're
shit
gonna
up.
get so much hair and shit on that food. Like why the fuck would you eat that?
Yeah, not to mention the guy that forgets where he's at, just leans on the counter. He's like, "Great, now I got fucking salsa all the way up my elbow."
Yeah, like a counter's for putting drinks and leaning on. You don't eat off a goddamn counter, you fucking idiots. Almost said a slur there. My bad.
Smitty's
Getting
passionate
mad.
about this.
Getting a little bit mad. I saw
one?
there's a guy on Twitter that his videos are super cringe. He's called the Tipsy Bartender. He makes obnoxious fucking drinks, and he's probably like mid-40s, so like definitely too old to be doing this shit. But he'll take like a nice bathtub, like one of those like with the clawed feet, and he'll fill it and make jungle juice in a fucking bathtub.
Oh,
Like
I've
people are
seen
gonna
him
come to your
before.
house and drink out of your goddamn bathtub.
is this
like,
the big
you
black
fucking
dude?
Stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
the big guy who's got
Yeah.
like the no hair.
yeah,
He's like Jamaican.
yeah.
Like he's just
yeah.
like dumping like jungle juice. Like obviously the stuff is not going to mix well because you're just putting like tons of like other
Right.
juice and shit in there. But like
Well,
just
the booze
bottles
kills the
of
germs.
fucking yeah.
Booze is
But like just bottles of like all different types of alcohol that just doesn't mix well, and then just putting like tons of like 7-Up and high C and whatnot in there.
I mean, that's the
Like,
whole point of
dude,
jungle
come
juice,
on.
right? Make
That's
it
like
sugary
college
enough to
kid
where
shit.
it
You're like
works.
almost 50. Grow up.
That's like
man.
all his videos are. It's like,
Yeah.
it's this.
and who the
it's-
fuck is drinking that?
Yeah.
Like you're not fucking drinking that, dude. You're just gonna pull the stopper and let it drain. It's fucking clout. That's all it is. You're wasting. Like I don't really give a shit if you're wasting food or booze or whatever. But like it's just annoying.
What
like,
is it
why,
about those
dude? Like, who
videos
gives
where
a
you
shit?
hate it so fucking much, but yet you want to see the next one?
Kinda, yeah. It's like when it goes back to like those epic mealtime guys. Like I think they were the predecessors for this garbage. Except they would actually eat it sometimes. I mean, they'd like shove it in their face. I don't know if they actually swallowed, but whatever.
Yeah. All that to say, yeah, I think Midwesterners do use a lot of cheese.
It's just fucking like American indulgence. It's so stupid. It makes me so mad.
Oh, fuck.
What's the cheesiest thing you've ever fucking had?
Cheese. What the fuck kind of
Cheese
question
on
is
its
that?
own.
What do you mean cheesiest thing?
I mean, like my mom, for example, she used to make broccoli cheddar soup, and there's a whole story behind this constipating me for days. But she made a broccoli cheddar soup with an entire brick of Velveeta, and it's probably like
Jesus.
an 18-inch brick. It's fucking huge. And she just
Velveeta
put it all
on its own would offend Europeans.
That's true. But she put it all in a crock pot and just melted it and called it soup. I don't even know if she added chicken broth. Who knows,
dude.
But
I guess in like the barest sense, she's not lying.
So
dude, I didn't shit for days.
Remember when we went to CC's Pizza? And
You didn't
we
shit
ate-
for days.
I ate like 21 slices of pizza. This was in high school. I didn't shit
Hell
for
yeah,
like
dude.
over a week. I was gonna say though, the cheesiest thing I've ever had is a Giordano's pizza up in Chicago, because like they pride themselves on that cheese pull. That shit will slam your colon shut.
Hell yeah.
my mom makes what she calls heart attack mac,
Oh my god.
and it's mac
already
and
know it's
cheese
gonna
that
be
she
good.
makes for like fucking Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. So you just feel like it's all just right there, and it is an entire block of Velveeta, a box of noodles, and 6 sticks of parquet.
Jesus. Why would you go with margarine? Why not just go all the way with butter?
I
Come
don't
on.
know.
Is that what parquet is? Margarine?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
can confirm it is very good.
To me, it's too rich. Like I'll have like just a tiny bit. And I'm like, I can't do this, man.
That's the thing about like a lot of those videos where they're overindulging, other than the ones that are made for the purpose of clout and then they throw it away. But a lot of people that see things that are just like meat and cheese and whatnot, and they're like, that's fucking gross. It's like, no, it's not. It's like,
Meat
get the
and
fuck
cheese
out
are
of here.
great.
It could be rich. You could only have so much of it. I get that. But you're gonna call meat and cheese gross. Fuck off.
Those are staple foods in like almost every single fucking culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking love cheese, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And
Cheese
meat.
rocks. Meat's awesome.
Ham
Can
is
you think of
silly.
anything Midwestern that wouldn't piss off Europe? I think that might be a more narrow question. Are you satisfied?
I'm trying to answer that question. That
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like
Exactly.
something that's
I don't think there's
acceptable.
anything.
Or anything that would be acceptable is just inherently trying to imitate what Europeans cook anyway.
Bougie
True.
fucking shit, man. There was I'm really happy I didn't go there. There's a place that my wife and I almost went to when we were living in a Chicago suburb. Because at one point I was like, oh, I wonder if there's any place in Chicago that has a Michelin star. And there's a place in a suburb that we lived very close to that had a Michelin star. So I was thinking about, for anniversary or something like that, go and do it. It was like $350 a plate or some shit.
Jesus.
Jeez.
And
You
I ended
get,
up
like,
seeing.
A thimble full of like gravy with like a cracker or something.
Well, that's the thing. It's not even necessarily good food. I saw a video of this place a while ago, and it's one of those dumbass fucking places where it's like it's food, but it's art. So they like lay down a tablecloth or whatever the fuck, and they just start like throwing food at the table, almost like what you would expect to see if you went to like the modern art wing of an art museum and you saw the most splatter-filled canvases. It's that, but on a fucking table mat.
I hate that.
I understand
What
why
is-
they do it, but it's still so fucking obnoxious.
it's like
What is this place called?
Incredibly obnoxious. Hold on, Rico.
I won't claim to enjoy things being thrown on my tablecloth, but I do like bougie food like that on occasion.
Oh, I'm gonna
So
name
hard.
drop
They're
it so
going to be
fucking hard.
slammed. They're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to get a table there for months
They're gonna get review bombed.
after. Yeah,
No, that's the thing. They totally were booked for a while. Like you actually did have to Oh, maybe they don't exist anymore. Fuck yeah. I don't see them anymore.
The pandemic killed them.
Is that the same place that wasn't there like a restaurant near Chicago that was like pouring melted chocolate in people's like cupped hands, and that was
what
their
the
dessert?
fuck?
Did you guys see those videos?
That's obnoxious.
Fuck
Dude.
that.
I've
So
seen that stuff,
fucking
but I didn't know
weird.
it was like around Chicago.
Yeah.
Do you guys see the
no,
movie?
wait. It's
there's a movie
open.
on HBO Max called The Menu, and it kind of deals with this sort of shit.
I do want to see that.
It's really good. You should watch it.
It is still open. It's called V. It's VIE.
I
It's
hate
probably pronounced like Bien or something like that.
Yeah.
V-I-E.
Wow.
Bien.
Vi.
It's probably something really stupid like that.
So pretentious. God damn.
But yeah, they're. I mean, even just looking at all this stuff, man. God, this menu looks fucking pretentious as shit. Warm mushroom tart, truffle zest, frisee salad, sherry vinaigrette, Marcona almonds.
I can't
That-
make
that's
a
a
more
salad.
dismissive jerk off motion.
Yep.
To stuff like that. Like people do not go there to eat; they go there to fucking taste. Like,
Oh, here's another one.
That's
A
stupid.
farmer's shepherd pie, which is it.
That sounds
They
kinda good.
instead of using fucking potato, they use celery root. Let me rant on this
All right,
fucking
never
thing just for a
mind.
goddamn second. I went out to a restaurant a few months ago and I ordered a bison short rib, and it came with a side of mashed celery root instead of mashed potatoes, and it's goddamn stupid. It's fucking. I can't express to you how disappointing it is when you're eating something that's as rich as short rib, and then you see something creamy like a mashed potato on the side of your plate, and you're just craving it, and you want that mashed potato so bad, and you just get a mouthful of fucking celery.
Why
I
would you
hated it
replace
so bad.
potatoes? Potatoes are some of the most like versatile fucking food ingredients.
They didn't
You
even
can do
try
Because
to
so
they're
much with a
pretentious
potato.
douchebags.
They didn't even try to like halfway
Stupid.
jerk you off with like cauliflower or something.
I would have much preferred cauliflower. I would have much preferred potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Potatoes
as far as like the
rock, man. I
hierarchy
love
of like
potatoes.
what mashed vegetables I would prefer, potatoes top of the list. Cauliflower would be easily a number 2, but that's still a far drop off from number 1.
Yep.
And then somewhere way down near my asshole, there's celery.
I wouldn't even think to
Even
mash
mashed
that.
peas would be higher than that.
I
Yeah.
would agree. All that to say, I fucking hate
Squash.
pretentious food, and I love Midwestern food, and you could all eat my ass.
It's working man's food, man. It's no frills
Yeah, it
most of
is.
the time. It'll fucking satiate you for hours, but you're gonna want to eat too much.
Mm-hmm.
It rocks.
Exactly. I fucking love it.
We're big people out in the Midwest. We're built sturdy out here. You gotta survive the cold,
shit.
man.
Are you
Yeah, I'm
Satisfied.
satisfied. Let's move on. Milk this fucking thing for way too long.
Scott? Take us home, bud.
All right. So my question this week has to do with road trips. I'm not sure how often all you guys take them, but I know Dave and I do quite frequently. My internet cut out for some reason, so my audiobook or podcast or whatever I was listening to at the time stopped, and I was just driving in silence for like 20 minutes, and I thought it was the most terrible fucking thing ever. So
Do you want to be alone with your thoughts?
I know, God, no, not at all, not at all. So how can we attribute things like that to like a modern day Oregon Trail, except for like a cross country road trip?
So you're just driving from Nauvoo, Illinois, to Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, which that's gotta be at least like,
It's probably like
15
19, 20 hours, right?
let's see.
So your music goes out, and it is like you getting cholera.
Yeah, or like you getting
There's there's no LTE on this stretch of interstate. You're alone with your thoughts for a while, or you
Yeah.
can listen to the local radio.
or you're hungry and you
my
get gas
God.
station sushi, so you have to keep pulling over and taking a liquid shit every like 5 minutes.
Bro, I stop at Casey's and I get fucking pizza.
Hell, that's
Bro,
my
Casey's
that is
raw.
my
Smart.
first
Love
stop
Casey's.
always.
That is my if there's an exit on the highway when you and I do road trips, Scott, if there's a a plethora of gas stations and one of them's Casey's, 100% of the time I'm choosing Casey's.
Oh, bro, same. No
They got
contest.
good pizza. Like
Their pizza kicks ass.
I love
even for like regular restaurant, it's fucking good pizza.
Come and Go.
It's from a gas station, no less.
I won't even brave their breakfast pizza. I'm like, fuck you guys. You're not Casey's. I'll wait and I'll pull over at the next Casey's for nothing but breakfast pizza.
Fuck yes.
By the way, Nauvoo, Illinois to Portland, Oregon is 1 day and 4 hours. That's
a
the
28-hour
fastest
drive?
route. Yes, sir.
All right, so you have a
What
28-hour
is it by horse and buggy?
Ooh, I didn't look at that.
How long
That's
does
a
it take
modern
to
day
walk?
Oregon Trail.
I don't even know if they'll let me search that.
You have to stay the night at a shitty hotel.
I was just thinking that it's like a accidental gunshot wound while trying to hunt bison.
And somehow the shitty hotel still charges like $230 a night.
Their continental breakfast is just like a bunch of like prepackaged cereal in a basket.
So,
Yo, dude,
It's like
I
bullshit.
that would still be okay.
Really?
I'd get down with that.
Yeah.
so this won't tell me how long it would take to walk, but to cycle is 8 days and 22 hours.
Damn.
I guess that for some reason that actually sounds
Not bad.
not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that is 8 days and change of just straight cycling.
Non-stop
So
cycling.
what
Your butthole flaps would be so fucking sore.
And cycling on the highway, no less.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God, that would. I mean, you'd have to like camp and people come up like take your shit because you got a fucking bike. Like, what else are you gonna do?
Right. I don't know.
I mean, I would just like pull over somewhere where there's like a ditch off the highway and just hope that no one shows up there.
Okay, so
Look at this biker.
there
sleeping
are
in the
like
ditch
little
right there,
towns between here and
right off the
like
interstate.
you can like take your bike off the interstate and like go to a hotel.
Nope.
Again, spend $230 a night, shitty
Yeah.
continental breakfast. I'd take the cereal over that fucking powdered scrambled eggs bullshit, though.
Oh, that's the grainy ass eggs. That sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Pop a tire.
So I guess
I was
that,
gonna say
that's
car issues.
one thing that's always like fucking scared me, especially this most recent trip, Dave, because we drove just ahead of like a pretty big winter storm, and I drove back home into one, and I had I don't know if I put it in the group chat or not, but I took a picture, and my side view mirror had at least 2 or 3 inches of solid ice just caked on it. Like I had to pull over a couple times and knock the ice off the grill of my car because otherwise it, radiator would have overheated. And I mean, thinking about that, especially on a bike, that would suck so bad.
Yeah.
I think about the game Oregon Trail. I don't know if you guys had the same issue as me, but I would always kill way more animals than I could bring back.
Yep.
So it's just like I would have like a mess of bison dead on my screen. Like you can only haul back 600 pounds.
I mean, that's basically what the real settlers did. So
in your situation, Scott, it's like you stop at Casey's and you get more pizza than you could feasibly fit into your fucking car. It won't physically let you leave the store unless you drop some pizza.
Speaking of which, it was Christmas Day. I stopped at Casey's to go get breakfast pizza, dropped it face first on the ground.
Oh,
It was a rough Christmas.
I was imagining you like coming out of Casey's with like 900 pounds of pizza, and your car literally will not move, and you just get a little prompt that says like your capacity is overburdened.
Yeah.
yeah, you're over encumbered.
Yeah,
It doesn't help
your
that
car is fucking over encumbered.
it doesn't help that before I left the trip, I decided to overstock on things like clothing and shit that I wasn't going to need when I'm in the fucking car, taking up all the room.
I just picture your normal ass Jeep, Scott, but with like the covered wagon cover on top.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. Dude, that would really make that trip suck, all the snow and everything. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
most of it was rain. Oh, that would
I
be
think-
fucking terrible in Canvas.
I think the biggest issue, Scott, in for anyone listening at home that like does road trips and shit, the biggest issue literally is just boredom. And I don't know if you have the issue, Scott, but I become very hyper aware of the fact that my ass cheeks hurt.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll like shift from left to right to left to right.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's a big problem.
That and then you get really hyper aware of like the highway syndrome. So like when you stop driving and you like take a step forward, you're like, holy shit. Like I don't know if your vision feels weird or like if your depth perception feels strained or maybe
your
it's just
hands feel weird because they've been on the vibrating steering wheel for so long.
Yeah. That
So
I
they've
have
got
to
like that weird like tremors.
have to fucking over caffeinate myself in order to stay awake. Like that's my biggest struggle, staying awake.
Yeah, I pound caffeine like nobody's business, and I get super worried because as we've already, I'm not sure if we established this or not. You and I, Scott, we are definitely early morning poopers.
Yeah, buddy.
And I get myself some coffee, and usually I gotta shit immediately. So it's very difficult for me who wakes up at like 2:30, 2 o'clock or whatever in the morning, try to pound coffee, get into the car. If I don't have to shit by the time I'm in the car, I'm nervous as fuck because there's a whole lot of nothing between us and Illinois.
Yep.
For a very long time.
Yep. I try and force one out before I leave the house, and then usually as soon as my first stop for gas, which is usually probably about like 6 a.m. or so, depending when I leave, I'll fill up on gas and then I'll pull up. I'll go try and fire out a dump, and then I'll get some breakfast pizza and coffee.
I bet you that breakfast pizza helps.
It does, because if I don't dump then I'm pulling over in 10 minutes.
Have you guys ever had to like pull over on the side of the highway and evacuate your stuff?
I haven't done that. Nope. I've taken a big gulp cup and I've pissed in it just because I didn't feel like pulling into a rest station or something. And then dumped it out the window and then kept going.
I remember one of my formative memories as a child was we usually drive downstate for like Christmas and stuff, or at least as kids we did. And we got a really bad snow, I think when I was in like middle school, maybe even earlier than that, maybe like late elementary school. And the snow was so bad, it took like what was supposed to be a 2.5 hour trip, and they made it like 6 hours.
Christ.
So we were on Christmas Day. It was me and my family in this fucking van driving downstate together for 6 hours. And like the traffic was like standstill at some point. I saw multiple people that day have to run out of their cars to go shit in the ditch. Like it wasn't just like at the same time, but it was like over the course of the day. I think I saw
everybody all
within 6 hours, probably like 4 or 5 people do that
on I-50.
Just because the traffic was moving so slow, you couldn't get anywhere. So what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's
somewhat related, Smitty, but I've definitely I used to have a situation a lot when I had a job in college. It was always a race against the clock because my job started at 8 o'clock. It was about a 45-minute drive for me during the summer to get up to the campus. Mm-hmm. And around 7:45, I would always have to shit, and I'd be 15 minutes out. So I remember trying pretty well consciously aware of the fact that this would not work. But I remember thinking to myself, I wonder if there's a way to consciously how do I word this? With my conscious brain, essentially shut off the unconscious part of me that tells me I have to poop by like psyching myself up and essentially like telling my own body, it's like, look, dude, you physically can't shit. You're in a car. You're going to have to wait till we get to the office and then you could shit. You could send me all the pain signals that you want, but I'm not going to poop. I'm going to hold those poops.
Were you saying this to yourself in the car?
Yes.
You have music blasting. Listen, Dave,
you
can't shit in this car.
Do not have to poop.
And wouldn't you know it, it didn't work.
Did you shit in the car?
And I would almost always shit in my car.
Jesus.
Luckily, I had a big gulp cup, so we're all good.
Wait. Have you ever really shit yourself like that?
No.
Oh.
I've had some accidental sharts in my life, but that's about as bad as it's gotten.
Have we all shat our pants as adults?
Nope.
No.
Again, the accidental sharts as far as I'll go on that.
Purposeful sharts. Only, please.
I love loading up my pants, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one who's like actually shit his pants as an adult? Not on purpose, but like.
Doesn't sharding count?
I mean, the poo does get in your underwear.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of counts.
I'd count it. It's a little poo, but it's still poo.
Yeah,
Little poo. Little poo.
No, I shit my pants in college because I was really sick. But
Weren't you also? I kind of remember this. Weren't you also actively vomiting while you were shitting?
I was shooting liquid out
sounds
everywhere.
awful.
Yeah, dude, that's totally not against you. I would say that doesn't even qualify.
I got this was when I was student teaching at a kindergarten. No, first grade. And first graders, as you know, are petri dishes of an untold amount of diseases that even scientists can't identify. And they would come up to me and hug my legs every time I came into that classroom.
That's so adorable, though, dude. Come on.
Was, and I wouldn't push them off because obviously it's super cute, and they were like super glad that I was coming to their school to teach.
Fuck off, kids! You're gonna make me eventually shit my pants.
But they made me so like I have never been that sick in my life. Like since then, even like there's
They
nothing
just hug your
comparing
leg
to
and it
that.
squishes.
Well, it was like 3 days of nonstop like vomiting and diarrhea. And it was like some sort of virus.
Were you considering at any point to, actually go to a doctor or something?
I went to the campus doctor and they told me to just like it was a virus, and they said to just push my liquids. So
it pushed him out his ass.
I did, and my mouth and my dick, and I drank
What kind of
lots of
liquids did you
Gatorade.
push out of your dick?
I was shitting and barfing and coming all over the place.
Exactly. Yep. I was just shooting liquid out of everywhere. No, but I also like the garbage can that I had in my dorm room was a mesh garbage can. And the first time I had to vomit, yeah.
Did you put a bag in it, Smitty?
Huh?
Was there a bag in your bucket,
was not.
Smitty?
There was
Oh,
because it only had paper in it. It was right next to my
Man,
desk.
now.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I was like
Just
I think
like
it was like a
spaghetti vomit
junior
out
in
of it?
college. So
Like a chia pet?
No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like mesh bottomed. Like it had like a solid metal bottom, but like the quarter of an inch like lip that the bottom had before it turned to mesh was not high enough.
Oh God.
It was pretty bad. I had to throw that out, and then I had to throw my pants out. That was rough. I was living in the dorms too, so like
dude,
and
carry
I
that shit
don't
out to
vomit
the
quietly.
garbage.
My wife can attest to that. When I vomit, I like wail. So,
Smitty, how did you exit the bathroom in that situation? Because there's no way you pulled up your shitty pants to waddle back to the dorm to change, right?
luckily, it was kind of late at night, and it was like during a weekday, so like there weren't a lot of people active on the dorm floor, and my room was like literally like 2 steps away from the bathroom, so like I could just check and make sure there was nobody there, and like I just had no bottoms on, and it was just right back in the dorm room. It was rough though.
Did
was
you have
not
to take a
fun.
shower?
Huh?
Did you have to take a shower?
I ended up, I went and got a towel and then I took a shower.
Yeah, okay.
Like I didn't just sit with my shitty ass in my bed. Like,
Well, this sucks.
yeah, man.
Dig it.
No, but like I've never been that sick in my life since. Like this, and it was so bad that like I didn't leave my dorm room for like 2 days, and then I went to the art department to do like a project that I was like late on, and I went to the to the stairwell between the first and second floors, and I remember having to sit in the stairwell, and I was just like sweating huge drops of sweat, like when you get like a cold sweat that like breaks out on your back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that, but like full body, like in seconds, like everything was soaked. And it was so like uncomfortable.
That sounds fucking awful.
It was
Yeah, it
miserable.
does.
Never again. I would probably die if that happened to me now. I was like 19, maybe 20.
Dude, I shit my pants.
11
in
years
first
later, I would
grade,
fucking die.
and I still remember it vividly.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrifying.
I pissed my pants in first grade. No, kindergarten. Teacher wouldn't let me go to the bathroom.
Dude,
So
that's
What a bitch.
So
that's
what
why I
was up?
shit my pants, because my teacher said you can't go to the bathroom, and it was jump rope day.
Oh no.
Yep.
There was one of my podcast ideas at one point was celebrity poop stories. and maybe I'll revive that at some point in my life. But everyone's got a poop story, right? And I think it would just be hilarious to have like, you know, the biggest names on a show talking to some random nobody about either the time they shit their pants or the time that they shit so hard they couldn't walk straight for a day or something like that. It's like everyone's always got a story about poop because it's universal. I messaged so many celebrities that had open DMs, which already limited me because not all of them do. None of them responded.
What a
I
shocker.
want to hear
That's why I'm
Jeremy
doing this
Renner's
show. What a
fucking
shocker.
poop story.
Yeah,
When
I
I
could
was
see
living-
that happening
you know
in
that,
your Oregon Trail, Scott.
You know that apartment that I had that was like the attic in that renovated house?
Yes.
The one on like the
Vaguely.
western side of the state. So
Vaguely.
Yes.
there was
yes.
a restaurant me and a couple of my friends at the time like would go to all the time. There was a bar that we would go to for like food. It was like a bar and grill, and it was like a mom and pop place, and it had good food. But I swear to God, at least half the times I ate there, and I probably ate there like 30 times in the 2 years that I was there, because it was like pretty close to us. I probably not shit my pants, but like almost shit my pants half the times that I went there. I got really bad food poisoning either really often there, or I developed some sort of like bowel allergy or something.
Why'd you keep going?
Did
was
you
good ass
wait,
food.
I
It was
kept
cheap.
going to this place.
Half the time I would shit my pants because I
and
went there
nearly
10
got food
times.
poisoning.
every time I eat here, I get sick. You want to meet there at 8?
Not every time, like half the time.
50%
Roll
of the
the
time that I
dice.
eat here, I almost shit my
It
pants.
was a roll of dice.
You want
It
to
was
meet
cheap
there at
food,
8?
and I mean, whatever. It was pretty close, and it was the place to hang out. Whatever.
You guys
Really
want to go to
powered through.
Terry's
I
bar?
respect it.
I don't know. It gives me diarrhea half the time. Yeah, but it's close.
But the
Okay.
other half of the time, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's close enough that if it's bad
odds.
enough, I can just sprint home and shit there. Whatever. I was young then too. Not anymore. It'd probably kill me too.
Are you satisfied?
Can I add one thing real quick?
I suppose.
I did have a very realistic fear of eating something from a gas station that was questionable. The first time that I drove to and from there, I got like smoked sausage on a stick at like a gas station at like a place that didn't even have like a kitchen. They had the food delivered and it would sit under heat lamps. And
Is there a roller dog or what?
in part of me, it was like, yeah, this fucking sausage that's on a skewer sounds really fucking good. That sounds like a smart idea.
Gonna get a fucking tapeworm.
Yes, I'm satisfied.
Well done,
If
boys.
you like what you hear, first and foremost, I would appreciate the fuck out of it if you would leave us a review on your podcast directory of choice. So if you're on Apple, if you're on Spotify, if you're on Google's platform or whatever the fuck you're using, leave a little review. Be honest. If we're a 4-star podcast,
give us 5 stars.
give us 5 stars. No, we would appreciate that. Reviews mean everything, obviously. Bring us your own questions or comments. We'll be happy to read those on the show. If you want to get into contact with us, please shoot a text or call the following number. This is a voicemail line, so we'll go straight to voicemail. You don't have to worry about Dave accidentally picking up the phone or some shit, and then you just have that awkward like, the fuck do I say here? That number is 708-433-9153. That'll be down in the show notes. We'd love to hear your guys' questions and thoughts. A few social media outlets here at Imp Questions PDC on Twitter, the Important Questions Podcast on Instagram, r/Important Questions Pod on Reddit, and of course, for those of you who want to support the show a little bit more deeper, patreon.com/The Important Questions is the place to go for support. For those of you who do show support monetarily to the show, we will be releasing bonus content for you folks and you folks alone. So a little incentive there just to open up your wallets and hearts.
Cool.
And butthole
Good shit.
flaps.
And butthole labia majoras.
Hell yeah. If you send us bad feedback, we'll read it on the air and we'll make fun of you incessantly. You could write a
I'll take it
5-page
all.
thesis about how much we suck, and we'll read it on the air and we'll make fun of you.
You could also submit a question via bad review, I guess.
Yeah. Why do you guys suck
I like
so
that.
much?
Because our fan base is ass. Oh.
Any final thoughts, boys?
Nah.
Head's empty.
Glad to hear it. Mine is too. We hope you enjoy the episode, of course. We'll be back for the next one, and hope to see you there. So, see ya.
Peace.